I was pulling my hair. I literally cussed everything out. I cussed the air. I said F direct response, F copywriting, F Miami, forget business. I had reached my wits end in this game. The reason is because 2 weeks ago, I had a trial. I took a week off of work to do and complete this trial. I had two other trials that I wound up dropping out of intention to focus on one brand that I really liked. It was a skincare brand. I love their SOPs. I love how they communicated. I had done 2 tasks so far with this skincare brand. By task 3, I had reached my peak frustration. It felt like there was a hole in my soul that hadn't been fulfilled at all. Food is running out. I'm late on rent. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. Nevertheless, I'm on the last task before the skincare brand makes a decision. The creative strategist who's involved in the hiring process told me, this is the last brief. We're gonna see if we can hire you or not, depending on how you do on this brief. The problem was that brief, for some reason, I didn't understand a single thing. I was up all night and my mind couldn't think. It was confused, confounded, struggling. I was staring at the page, trying to figure out how I could completely fulfill what's expected of me so that I can get hired and get out of the freaking trenches. But unfortunately, I couldn't think. So therefore, I went outside and just started going on a bike ride. And I just remember feeling just terror in my soul. Like, dude, I'm a freaking loser. I haven't been eating right. I don't exercise. All I freaking do is play basketball and come back home and mess off all my time. At this point, I just reached a point where, okay, I have to finish this task, regardless whether I like it or not, because I have 2 days to finish it. If I don't finish it, I'm not going to get hired. I wound up finishing it. The way I finished it, to be honest with you, was I just understood that this task is going to be trash. That is the only way I can finish this. Because if I try to be perfect, I'm going to stop and I'm going to critique every little thing. Therefore, I was like, this task I'm going to fulfill is going to be trash. But the creative strategist said, bro, are you okay? If you have any questions, ask. I asked him, bro, I need help on this. He's like, let's jump on a call. I didn't wind up getting on that call because he had other matters to handle. So I just wound up finishing the task and sent it to him. He critiqued it, showed me an example from him, and then gave me another task. I knew it wasn't my best work, but yet I was stoked to have a chance at redemption. And I knew that I had a chance at redemption just by the way he sent me another task. So I was stoked. I was like, okay, bro, I'm still in the fray. I can't give up. I complete that task. He critiques it again. Says, hey, here's a new task. This will be the final task. I'm like, yes, okay. This final task, I actually did do well. I thought that it was good. He critiques it again. And he said, hey, bro, tomorrow I got a new task for you. Hold on, creative strategist of the skincare brand. You said it's the final task. In my head, I'm thinking when he sent me that message, understand that this has happened over a few days of time. When he sent me that message, I'm like, bruh, just give me an answer. Am I hired? In my head, I'm like, am I hired or not? But he didn't. And I asked him, hey man, can you please clarify when I'm gonna get a decision? And he ghosted. Now this made me salty because it's been a week later, still no response. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went ahead and sent a follow-up. I said, hey man, look, I'm cool with you. Like, it's cool if you hire somebody else. Just keep me in the loop. If you did, I have no problem with it. Thank you for everything. He texted me back, hey bro, no worries. You don't gotta worry. We didn't hire nobody else. The editors have just been so busy because we've been giving them so much copywriting material with the scripts. I've just been busy. I said, all right, no problem. But in that message, he also said, new task coming soon. Bro, when I tell you, I dang near punched a hole in the wall. Because for me, it's like, bruh, I'm not your romantic partner. I don't want new tasks. I want to be hired. I I want a yes or a no. That's it. Therefore, I sent him another message. Hey man, look, I'm cool with doing these tasks, but I'm just gonna need clarity. Because the past two tasks that I've done for you, you said this was the final task and that the decision was gonna be made. So if you please just give me clarity, as this can confuse some of your trialists. And I had no response until now. Still no response. It's hard to describe the the emptiness you feel when you put every ounce of sweat, blood, and tears into your work just to be ignored, just for it to be insufficient. In this case, I felt like every ounce of energy, time, and commitment was drained from me just to hear an echo of silence with no response, with no money, with no hiring to show for my work. How many of you, to the viewers watching this, have put your effort, everything, your 110%, put, took on the burdens, and the only answer you got was insufficiency, and you're not good enough? I'm here to tell you today, that's how I feel. But the moral of the story is, I still gave my 5%. That's what matters the most. A different company hit me up and said, hey, we're interested in working with you. Can you hop on a call on Monday? One good thing I can say about that skincare brand that I'm bad at because I put all my effort into it and didn't get anything in return is that creative strategist taught me how to be a creative strategist. I got to get under the fingernails of how he looked at advertisements, how he developed concepts, how he sent those concepts to the copywriters. That was one of the best things I got to learn. So yeah, I didn't get money. Yeah, I didn't get a cool hiring notice and a congratulations with confetti and balloons. But what I did get was a learning experience for the next freaking interview I'm gonna go on with as a senior creative strategist. We're gonna continue in this game. Tap the link. No, don't tap the link. Respond to me in the comments if any of you have any questions. I respond to every single one of them. Like the video. I'm out. Ciao. Thank God I always